till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving.
Yo, what is up? What is up? And it's me, Key. We're back in the building with another live episode of the 7200 Seconds podcast. As always, I got my guy, Coach Donte. He's always here in the build. Coach, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on? Glad 7200 Seconds back for the second straight week. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get into it.
And it is episode 77. We on our way to 100.
Episode 77 already?
77. Remember that 100 is the jersey giveaway. And this is the last show of 2023. 2024 definitely bringing some more heat and fire. Again, the grind don't stop as always. So shout out to the chat. What's going on, Daniel? Got sports and wrestling. Got Robert in the building. Benny, what's going on? So let's get down to some headlines that came through. The Vikings will lose TJ Hockenson. TJ Hockenson was balling out. He torn his ACL and MCL. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery. Probably won't be back maybe the beginning of the season, maybe the midway of the season, we'll know. But he definitely was balling for Minnesota. Trevor Lawrence actually has a sprained right AC joint. Trevor Lawrence, we're going to talk about Trevor Lawrence and them Jags. Your Texans just picked up, who was it, Kareem
Jackson. Yep.
Kareem Jackson, the Broncos way.
Yep.
And what else happened? Mason Rudolph will start again this week for the Steelers. Again, we're going to go all over week 16. The upsets, the losses, the key wins who we thought was going to win, and everything else like that. But let's get down to Monday night's games. We had the Christmas games. We had the Los Angeles. We had the Raiders versus the Chiefs in that first game. I called it on Saturday. If y'all did not tune into the Hoop Dreams and TD Queens on Saturday, I said that the Raiders would beat the Chiefs. And what happened? The Raiders beat the Chiefs 20-14. Coach, what is going on with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs?
What's going on with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs? The receivers can't separate in coverage. They can't get open. When they do get open, and he does throw them the ball, they're dropping it. So I mean, offensive line got beat up pretty bad the other day. Yesterday they got dominated at the line of scrimmage. They need receiver help. Yes, they missed Tyreek Hill long term. But for a short term, they already won without him. They won without him. Tyreek Hill got pressure on him because he got to prove, can he win it without Patrick Mahomes? With Patrick Mahomes already won it, got it without him. So yes, long term, it hurts Kansas City long term. And you're thinking about it, but short term, it didn't. And Tyreek Hill also gotta have pressure on Tyreek Hill because you know how he got these great numbers. But can you win a Super Bowl without Patrick Mahomes? But I think for his organization, hey, they need receiver help. Travis Kelce, ever since he got with Taylor Swift, he's been dropping the ball. He's been dropping the ball a lot lately. So you gotta hold him accountable. Like I say, I think everything is good. I don't think it's the coaching. I just really think players not executing, players not catching the ball, players not get open. You can't coach that. players got to get wide open. Players got to get open. And you seen when Patrick Mahomes was standing in the pocket, players can't get open. Receivers can't get open. And Travis Kelce started dropping the ball a lot. And I'll say again, I think the Chiefs' defense is fine. Their defense is fine. They did well enough to win that game. I just think they're lacking at the playmaking position. But other than that, Patrick Mahomes definitely going to hold himself accountable as well. But again, Patrick Mahomes is not Patrick Mahomes' fault. I'm not putting the blame on Patrick Mahomes when you don't have very good receiving core as of right now. And Travis Kelce, who's supposed to be a best pass patch and catching tight end in the league, he's dropping the ball as well. And your offensive line just getting whooped over and over again by the Raiders. And every time you see Patrick Mahomes throw a football, you see the Raiders defender right there, which means it's telling you the receiver's not getting separation, really, in coverage. Patrick Mahomes has to run out and make a play, has to try to run out of the pocket just to buy some time for a receiver to get open, and it just didn't happen yesterday.
My guy, Mr. Jack, another pick six to the house. I know he's on Kansas City's poop list right now because he gave he handed the ball out to a kid and he took it back on Christmas. Come on now, being a Grinch on Christmas, you could have let him have that ball. But no, it's complete facts. It's the receiving core this year for Patrick Mahomes. He's doing everything in his power to get the ball to them. They just dropping it. Kadarius Toney's dropping. Where's Sky Moore been? Rice is their only maybe reliable guy. Other than Travis Kelce, they still have other tight ends. Noah Gray, Watson. They did that good. They did that fake. That was nice. They did that fake. And he caught it. That was a good play. And then they was missing McKinnon yesterday. He was your other receiving back out the backfield. Pacheco got hurt. Concussion, he didn't come back in, so you only had Edwards-Helaire out there. So who really is he throwing to? Kansas City had every opportunity to go after a big name wide receiver this year. They could have got D-Hop, but it goes back to Andy Reid back in Eagles days. He does not draft wide receivers. He will not draft a wide receiver. So, or he won't get a receiver. And he's not really big on drafting a receiver.
I'm pretty sure they went out to D-Hop. D-Hop just chose the wrong team to go to. He chose the wrong team. Because remember, when D-Hop got released, you're a free agent. So you in your power to choose anywhere you want to go. So I'm pretty much sure Kansas City made a run at him. D-Hop just chose the wrong team. And D-Hop, if he would have went to Kansas City, he would have really gave Patrick Mahomes some number one wide receiver, because right now, Rasheed Rice, he's going to be good in a couple more years, but you can't have him as a number one as of right now. You can't have him as a number one right now. And D-Hop just basically chose the wrong team to go to at that point. So he was a free agent. At that time. He could have went wherever he wanted. I thought he should have went with the Chiefs. And I was saying, I hope he should go to the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes, give him another weapon that he can throw to. But unfortunately, D-Hop chose the wrong team, and plus money. He took the money that the Titans gave him and over value winning. So other than that, Chiefs got to make some changes at the wide receiving core. I think, like I said again, I think the coaching doing all they could. I just think it's the players not executing. Players just not execute. When you're dropping the ball, making mistakes like that, and you can't get open, that's not on the coaching staff. That's on the players.
That's player.
That's players. That's all players, not coaching.
The Chiefs did some good things. On defensive side, they tried to keep Aiden O'Connell out, but the Raiders defense definitely was on Patrick Mahomes. Wherever he turned, the Raiders defenders in his face. They tried to sack him. Patrick Mahomes is shifty. It's just like no matter how Patrick Mahomes is hard to sack. He's one quarterback that you can't really sack because he's not that fast, but he uses bills when he has to. You know, they had their mitts right on them, but they just couldn't get them. But Aiden O'Connell did some smart things. I mean, he didn't really have to do much because you know why? The running game. Everybody thought the running game was going to be lackluster because of no Josh Jacobs. Zamir White, 22 carries, 145 yards. So he didn't have to do much. Aiden O'Connell didn't really have to throw. I mean, Jacoby Myers, 42 yards? So he really didn't have to do much. Talk about this Raiders offense.
I thought it was solid. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was great. I thought most of that, their defense gave them opportunity. And when your Kansas City defense did all they could, I mean, they were on the field basically the whole game. Patrick Mahomes fumbled the ball, interception, pick six. So that's 2 touchdowns that the offense basically allowed. I'm gonna put that on the offense because I think it was a fumble that was returned into the end zone, if I'm not mistaken. A scoop and score, interception by Jack Jones. That's 2 touchdowns that the offense really gave up. The defense did all they could. Defense, I don't know if the Raiders I don't know if the Chiefs defense allowed a touchdown. I think they just allowed a field goal. Only allowed 2 field goals, I believe, because I think they had 20 points on board, 20-14. Yeah, they'll only allow 2 field goals. So that's 6 points that the defense only allowed. The defense played lights out. I just think it was a matter that they were on the field too long. That's why the Raiders were able to run the football the way they did at the end of the game. Zamir White had 2 big runs throughout that 2-minute stretch, throughout that 2-minute warning. I just think the Chiefs defense got gassed. They got tired, and the Chiefs offense couldn't really do nothing outside of that drive that they scored that touchdown on. They couldn't really do too much. So I think the Chiefs did good. Zamir White did very well of running the football, but most of that was at the end of the game. The Chiefs defense just got tired because they were on the field the whole game.
I might be stuck in the multiverse. My Wi-Fi want to act stupid right now. But is the Chiefs going to be one and done in the playoffs, or will they have a Super Bowl run?
I think this is the year they'll be out. If they get the right matchup, in that first round, I think it's a possibility they can win it. But I think this is the year they get put out. I think this is the year they don't go.
I think we might see a new Super Bowl champ, in my opinion. I think it's going to be one and done as well. The offense got to come alive. Defense, they're solid. Offensively, they got to get going. Talk about the second game here on the Monday on Christmas Day was the Eagles and the Giants. Eagles desperately needed a win, knowing they were three-game losing streak. Everybody thought that the Eagles was going to beat the Giants convincingly. I didn't. I knew it was going to be some type of something going down with this Eagles game, but the Eagles get it done. Jalen Hurts actually did not have a bad game. He threw that interception, which wasn't his fault because Goddard slipped. But other than that, he had an okay game. So the Eagles did get the job done. They did get back in the win column, thank the Lord. They win this game 33-25. Swift, 92 yards. He only needs 18 yards to get his first 1,000-yard season in his career. Talk about this game, Donte. What did you like about the Eagles? What you didn't like about the Eagles in this game?
I like the way the Eagles scored 33 points in this game. Like I say, it ain't nothing for me to jump up and down for. I mean, the Giants they're a pretty scrappy team. I'm gonna say that. They got back on track, used the running game late in the game. In that 5-minute stretch, they wore the Giants down. They kind of wore the Giants down a little bit, a lot. I believe they got the ball back with 5 minutes on the clock. They ran the football down the Giants' throat, and they ended the game. Eagles defense still bad. They're still pretty bad on defense, especially in the secondary. I don't care who's not out there, who's Slay probably wasn't out there. You say because Slay wasn't out there. Even when Slay was there, they still weren't stopping anybody on the defensive side of the ball. You can run the ball pretty good on the Philadelphia Eagles. The pass rush may be a little bit okay, but you can still run the football. They give up a lot of big plays, give up a lot of big yards. Kelly Ringo, them got burnt by Darius Slay. Pretty much that's not a good sign. I understand he a rookie, but at the end of the day, hey, you've been practicing all week knowing that Darius Slay gonna be out. So hey, that's no excuses right there. They're still doing the same thing, giving up big plays, missing tackles. It's still the same thing with the Eagles defense. If they can't get home, the pass rush can't get home, their secondary is cooked. That's just is what it is. If their pass rush can't get home, the secondary is cooked. It's really cooked. So other than that, I'm okay. Eagles got a big win. Tommy DeVito got benched in the game. Tyrod Taylor definitely came in, did well. I thought outside of the interception, and that interception, that was because he was trying to make a play. You already know that was a Hail Mary throw, trying to get in the end zone, a receiver trying to make a play. Congratulations to Kelly Ringo with his first interception, but I'm not impressed with the Eagles defense. They have up 33 points to the Giants. Darius Slayton without a number one receiver. Darren Waller didn't even get involved in the game. They gave up 33 points. Now you tell me if that's Jonathan Gannon giving up 33 points against that defense. It's still the same defense. The Eagles still the same defense. There's no changes. You can argue the defensive line supposed to be a legit better coming into this season. But Jonathan Gannon over there in Arizona, so you can't blame him. So now, and guess what? They kicked Sean Desai to the fucking boot. And Matt Patricia on the sideline, and you still giving up big plays. So where do the excuses go come from now? That's the funny, that's what that I thought about yesterday when I first thought about it. Everybody wanted Jonathan Gannon gone, but you can't forget. This defensive line was number one in sacks last year. That secondary did way better. Now in the Super Bowl, I granted he didn't do well in the Super Bowl, and because Bradbury had a holding penalty, that's not on Jonathan Gannon because he did had a holding penalty, and the defensive line couldn't get to the quarterback. That's not on Jonathan Gannon right there. Now you got the Eagles, you got your fans, you got your wish. He left, so that's no excuses. He went to Arizona, and by the way, with Kyler Murray, Arizona look different, even though they're out-talented. Arizona just out-talented right now, but he's gone. You bring in Sean Desai. Defense is still the same. You booted him for giving up. You put him in a boot. You kicked him off the sideline. You basically used your foot and you played kickball and say, get your ass off my sideline, get to the boot. After the Seattle game, where the defense gave you an opportunity into that last drive, and the offense couldn't get nothing going, so you booted him to the boot. Matt Patricia comes into Seattle. They give up. Like I said, I thought he coached well. I thought he coached well in that game. The two catches by DK Metcalf, those were two great catches. The catch over two people, that was a great catch. And the catch on that drive to start the drive, that was a great catch. Can't blame anybody on that one. And Bradbury just got flat out burnt by Jackson Smith-Njigba. But come against the Giants, a lesser team, a team that don't have a number one receiver, and you still give up 25 points.
Blankenship got burnt on that slate.
Blankenship got burnt by a mile on that play. They got by like 2 for 4th down plays. This defense still the same defense. His defense still the same defense. Can't stop nobody. It probably even worse than that. It's even worse than that. It's even worse. Jonathan Gannon had a better defensive scheme than both of these people put together. That defense is even worse now. That's sad. That defense is even worse.
So we went from 70 sacks to we about what? I think we got 40 right now.
40 sacks. You had 40. You had the best sacks in the league, most sacks in the league. Your secondary was even better. When Jonathan Gannon was coaching. Now it downgraded. All of a sudden. So hey, I don't know what to say.
I shouldn't be this stressed out over 11-14. I shouldn't be stressed at all, Dante, but I am. Each and every week, I don't know what I'm getting. But to answer Ern's comment here, he said Jalen Hurts be killing him with that unnecessary squat right before the snap. Because Jason Kelce snaps the ball so fast, he has to brace himself. He even said that on the New Heights podcast when they interviewed him, because he's anticipating the ball coming out. So Jason Kelce hikes that ball so fast, he has to brace himself for it. So that's why he does that extra squat. It's necessary, because if not, he's not going to be ready for the ball. Devontae Smith, he gets his 1,000 yards yesterday, so another season of 1,000 yards, him and AJ Brown. AJ Brown took a shot yesterday in the back. He didn't look too good, but he still played. Swift is a monster. I don't care what nobody say. He almost had a 100-yard day. He got that loss, that tackle for loss. He was at 98 yards. He got a 6-yard loss. So that put him at 92 yards for the day. Like I said, Jalen didn't play bad. That one interception wasn't his fault. Goddard slipped. But that play before the half could have been bad. I don't know why he just didn't run out of bounds, but he decided to come back in, and then they called a delayed game on the Giants side. Could have been bad because it stopped the clock for us to get Jake Elliott a field goal. And then the game of the hour, the game of the week, the game everybody was waiting for. I called this game too. I said the Ravens would win. The Ravens goes into Santa Clara. San Francisco 49ers cannot get the job done. The Raiders get the job done 33-19. Brock Purdy, 4 interceptions on the night. Lamar Jackson didn't do bad either. He had 23 for 35, 252, 2 tubs. Gus Edwards was running pretty well. Lamar Jackson had key runs. Zay Flowers, 972, and he had a touchdown. Nelson Aguilar gets a touchdown. Ravens defense played great. Talk about this game, Donte.
Well, I just think it was a bad game for Brock Purdy. It was just one of those games. I mean, you had those type of ball games. The Ravens defense was locked in. Only one interception, it was his fault. I believe the first drive of the game, that interception was his fault. The rest of the 3 interceptions, man, it was just good. I think 2 of them, my fault. I'm going to go 2. 2 was his fault, and the other 2 was batted down, was batted up in the air and caught. So I don't believe those are his fault. When the ball is tipped in the air, now that's anybody's ball. Anybody can come down with it. That's just a great play by the defender. But this is a game that the Ravens just totally dominated from pretty much almost from halfway in the first quarter to the whole fourth quarter. They ran the football pretty well, and Lamar Jackson was good with his legs, made some accurate throws. They were just a better team that last night overall than the 49ers. Just one of those games for the 49ers that they have. Just one of those games for Brock Purdy. Ravens was just more prepared. That's all it was. And I say Brock Purdy, still believe in him. I still think he's good. I don't think he's a game manager. He doesn't game man. If you're throwing over 300 yards coming in the game before this, and you have amazing numbers, like I say, that's not game managing number. That game against the Eagles, those are not game managing numbers. Those are balls that's thrown over the field. Even though some of the passes, was kind of short for 10 yards and receivers were taking and running, you can't do nothing about that. If I'm gonna throw to the receiver every time if he's open. If that defense is gonna give me that, I'm gonna take that every time. Every time. If you're gonna give him a short route or give me a check down for yards, I'm gonna take it every single time until the defense stop it. And most of that game, he was throwing the ball, man, they were just making big plays. And I say, and he had another game against Cleveland where he didn't do so well, but he still completed 70% of his passes, the games that he did kind of struggle in. So that's not game managing stats. I need people to stop that saying he's a game manager. I don't believe that until otherwise, but this is one of these games that he had. You're going to have these games. Every quarterback has these games. And I'm not out on Brock Purdy because of one awful game that he played. San Francisco, you got to tip your hat to Baltimore. They were just a better team last night.
Christian McCaffrey, man, continues to do Christian McCaffrey things. 14 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown. He also had 28 receiving yards as well. George Kittle was all over the place. 7 catches, 125 yards. Brandon Ayuk, 6 catches, 113 yards. So he had 2 receivers over the 100-yard mark. Just 5 interceptions for this Baltimore defense. Kyle Hamilton, I think he had 2. Humphreys had 1. It was just like you said, it was just a bad day for San Fran. They still hold on to that number 1 seed right now. We're going to get into the updated playoff picture soon. But do you think Purdy can actually lead San Fran to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think he's a good enough quarterback to get him there. I think he is. He got him there last year. He got him to the conference championship. That tells you that you're a good enough quarterback to lead your team to the Super Bowl. If you can get to the conference championship, and by the way, again, he was not game managing. He had big games. Over 300, throwing 300 yards passing, 250 yards passing. That's not game managing right there. That's throwing the ball down the field, literally. So, again, yes, I believe you can win the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy if everything is clicking. If he's not turning the ball over, making big plays, making the throws he's supposed to make, yes, I believe you can win a Super Bowl with them. And plus that defense that they got right there, yes, they can do it. Definitely win a Super Bowl. Like I say again, Brock Purdy had 4 interceptions. One was in the red zone. 2 of them was that started a short field for the 49ers. So that's 14 points right there. I thought the 49ers defense, like I say, they did all they could. 3 of the interceptions were short fields. 3 of the interceptions, they gave the defense short fields. I don't blame the defense for starting on a short field. Again, the defense got worn out. That's when Ravens started running the ball all over them and stuff because the defense was on the field, had to come on the field too much. So other than that, I know they scored 33 points, but you got to look at, how they scored the 33 points. 3 of the interceptions was in 49ers to Ravens territory where they had to start shortly on the field and start shortly, and the Ravens capitalized. And they hold the Ravens to 2 field goals on one of them, on 2 of them. They hold the Ravens to 2 field goals. One of them, one of the interceptions, the first drive of the game, they caught the interception. They end up on that drive getting a safety. So the 49ers defense played hard. It's just hard to overcome those turnovers.
Most definitely. But that was your Christmas Day games. We had the Saints and the Rams, which wasn't a bad Thursday night game. We got one more Thursday night game this week coming up. That's your last and final Thursday night game of the season. We had Derek Carr and the Saints. They lose to the Rams, who the Rams I think is the hottest team right now, playing to keep that wild card spot. Rams win 30-22. Derek Carr 27-40, 319. He gets 3 tubs in the interception. The running game was non-existent, but you did have Chris Olave, 9 receptions, 123 yards. But he did spread the ball around. Shaheed Johnson, A.T. Perry with a touchdown. Matthew Stafford been balling out, 24-34, 328, 2 tubs. Kyron Williams have the Rams found themselves a running back in Williams.
Yep, they have been watching the guy since Notre Dame. They have found him a running back. The only thing he got to work on is fumbling issues. Sometimes he have the fumbleitis. So again, he's a very good running back, and I think they found their guy. I like that running back.
And you already know the receiving core: Cooper Kupp, Marcus Robinson. Marcus Robinson has been in the league for 8 years. Half of them he's been with the Chiefs. I know the Chiefs miss him now. He was catching everything that Matthew Stafford was throwing to him. He got a touchdown, 6 catches, 82 yards. But the man of the hour, Puka Nacua, the rookie, 9 catches, 164 in a tub. Do you think Puka is over CJ Stroud when it comes to Rookie of the Year right now?
Right now, I would give it to him. Due to CJ Stroud missing the 2 games. I think Puka Nacua will have the heads up over him. Even though don't be surprised if Stroud comes back this weekend and be strong his next 2 starts and gets the Texans in the playoffs. If we get to the playoffs, like I say, that may change. But Puka Nacua right now, yes, I believe he's over my quarterback CJ Stroud right now. I believe because of the 2 games that he has missed. I believe that puts him over.
All right, and then going to this Saturday games, we had the Steelers dog walk the Cincinnati Bengals 34-11. Mason Rudolph with the start, and he gets the win 34-11 against Mason Rudolph, 17-27, 292 tubs. Najee Harris tried to get the running game going. George Pickens, y'all pissed him off when y'all was talking about him not blocking because he went off. 4 catches, 195, 2 tubs. And then the Bengals just didn't have it. Just wasn't their game. Matt Browning. Jake Browning still had 28 or 42, 335 in the touchdown game. Even though he had 3 interceptions, 140 to T. Higgins, catching 140 and a touchdown, 5 receptions. Jake Browning still had a 300-yard game with 3 interceptions. Just wasn't Cincinnati's day. And he was missing Jamar Chase. But talk about the Steelers right now. George Pickens, they coming at him talking about, oh, he's a distraction, he's a cancer already, or he don't like the block. He's getting frustrated with his role. Well, y'all pissed him off good. 4 catches and 195. Talk about the Steelers. Should they have put Mason Rudolph in earlier in the season?
They could have put him in a couple games ago. I don't know if he would have won, if they would have won those games now. But yeah, when you seen your quarterback struggle like that, Kenny Pickett and Mitchell Trubisky, who's a straight up bust right now. Who's a straight up bust? No, he is a bust. Not a bust right now. He is a bust. You got enough games to watch him be a bust. That is a definition of a bust. Him. Mitchell Trubisky, yes, he shouldn't be a quarterback in the NFL right now. He should be in another development league or something like that. Matter of fact, not even be a goddamn development league, because you don't need development when you've been in the league a long time. So you don't need that type of development other than that. But other than that, yeah, you gotta try something new. And he showed you. Mason Rudolph showed you what he could do. But I'm still not sold on him at all yet, but it was a great performance against Cincinnati. Who's coming in now, hot. Who's coming in the game pretty hot as well. That was a good win for Pittsburgh. Very solid win.
And then it looks like Mike Tomlin, they might extend Mike Tomlin. I know a lot of Pittsburgh fans is saying maybe it's time to move on from Mike Tomlin. But we all know how Pittsburgh is, and the Roonies, they're not going to let him go. Good or bad move of bringing back Tomlin?
I think it's a good move because I don't think it's all his fault. But like I say, he's got he's got some say-so over the roster. But when you have players hurt on the defensive side of the ball and your quarterbacks ain't out there performing and finding the right receivers, and you got Highsmith, you have the running game not being as good as it's supposed to be. I don't think it's all his fault.
Do you think Pittsburgh will get another QB? Do you think
I think they need to play? I think they need to. I think they need to look at the QB position really hard, whether if it's in the off season or in the draft. The off season quarterbacks ain't strong. So if I was Pittsburgh, I look in the draft. If I was Pittsburgh, I look in the draft. You really got to think about that quarterback situation. Mason Rudolph, I'm glad he's getting an opportunity. Don't think he's it. Kenny Pickett, don't think he's it. Mitchell Trubisky, damn sure don't think he's it. So again, yeah, you gotta look at that quarterback situation really hard.
You think with a better quarterback at that position, you think that Pickens probably would get more targets?
Yes. I think we get more targets. And you might need to add a couple more weapons too. And
I forgot Allen Robinson was on the Steelers.
Yep.
I forgot he was on the Steelers. He had 4 catches, 36 yards yesterday, and on Saturday. I totally forgot that he was with the Steelers. This is how you know. I don't know if he's been hurt. This is how you know they don't really spread the ball around. Deontay Johnson, you don't know where he's going to do. You might say he's the next Finding Nemo in your lingo. But then we had the Bills and the Chargers. This game actually was pretty good. Didn't think it was going to go down the wire the way it did. The Chargers actually didn't do bad. Easton Stick The Chargers get the job done. The Bills win 24-22. Josh Allen, 15-21, 237. James Cook again was cooking again with the running game. Leonard Fournette got some playing time, but Gabe Davis, 4 catches, 130 in the tub. Stephon Diggs only 5 catches, 29 yards. But then you had on the other side, 23 of 33 for Easton Stick, 215. He didn't have any touchdowns. Eckler, 65 yards, didn't really pass it that well. These points came off field goals. They only had 1 touchdown. Cameron Dicker was your points. But talk about this game. Has the Bills solidified themselves back into the playoffs?
Yeah, I believe they did. And I believe that will be a tough out if they keep using James Cook running the football. I believe that'll be a tough out. And it's taking a lot of pressure off Josh Allen. It's limited his mistakes pretty good. Gabe Davis is a solid wide receiver. And yeah, I believe they solidified themselves in the playoffs. And Easton, I got a nickname from Easton Stick. I don't call him Easton Stick. I call him Easton Stank because he stinks. I don't think he's really good.
That's the hockey stick. He's a hockey stick. He's literally the name of the hockey stick. That's the hockey stick brand in hockey that they use. So if you go get a hockey stick, you'll see Easton on it. And his last name is Stick, so he's hockey. But they get the job done. The Bills did solidify themselves back into the playoffs. They're finally using the running game. It's like OJ said, run the ball. They got running backs. Use them. And you add Leonard Fournette in that mix with a James Cook, and you still got old man Latavius Murray that can still run. That is a good running back core there. Yep. Just you go ahead and run it. It's successful. They made the offensive coordinator switch. He's been using the running game, like you said, it's taking some stuff off of Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs, I think Stephon Diggs will not be a Bill next year. He'll go somewhere where he's needed, a contender, maybe somebody else that's like on a borderline contender, just looking for a receiver. Anybody could use a receiver, but where would a good fit be for Stephon Diggs if he's not with the Bills? The Chiefs?
The Chiefs will be definitely a good fit, especially with Patrick Mahomes. Houston, my Texans. I'm not sold on my receiver. Well, Tank Dell is hurt. I think he's going to be great. Tank Dell's going to be great. I think Nico Collins could be good. But he will really work in Houston. As well. I still think we need more of our receivers. John Mechie. I'm not really that high on him. I had enough of this guy. I know he only played 1 year, but goddamn, your catching is goddamn god awful. You need to improve on some catching ability because that ain't it.
2-pack of ass.
So again, like I say, he ain't. I don't think Mechie is it right now. He dropped it. If you're dropping a touchdown from Davis Mills, then that's saying something right there. So other than that, yeah, I think we need to add to our receiving core. I think Tennessee need a wide receiver, but other than that, I don't know how good Tennessee. They're not in a contending situation, but I think they do need a receiver that can help out over there. But I think if Stephon Diggs is going to want to go somewhere, he's going to want to go somewhere that's winning. He's going to want to go somewhere that he wants to win.
All right, and the Browns beat your Texans 36-22. Joe Flacco still having a hell of a game. DTR is on the injured reserve list. He got injured. The Jets almost lost to the Commanders. Commanders came back 30-28. Jets win that game. Seahawks, that was a good game. Beats Tennessee 20-17. The dang-on Colts sold me because I was like, I'm not picking Atlanta. 29-10. The Falcons get it done. Packers almost lose to the Panthers, but they survive 33-30. And the Lions get their first division win since 1993. 1993. Let me tell y'all what was happening in 1993. I'm going to tell y'all what was happening in 1993. 1993, I believe I was 7. I was 7 in 1993. Some of y'all might have been just born, but I was 7. 1993. What was going down in 1993? Hold up. I'm about to tell y'all. This is the last time. This is the last time the Lions won. So, the last time the Lions won a division in 1993, Jurassic Park was #1 movie in the movie theater. The #1 song was Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You. The #1 Christmas toy was a magnet doodle. I would know because I had one of them. Gas in 1993 was $1.11. And Michael Jordan retired from the NBA after the first three-peat. That's what happened in 1993. But congrats to the Lions. They clinched. They win the division. They beat the Vikings 30-24. Baker Mayfield, riding the Baker Mayfield train. Baker Mayfield may be back next year. Tampa Bay wants him back. Baker Mayfield might have found his home. He's only 28. Give him some more pieces. I know Mike Evans getting up there in age. They got an okay running game with White. Maybe beef up the defense or the offensive line a little bit. But Trevor Lawrence, man, he got benched for C.J. Beathard. But the Jags fall again 30-12. The Bears beat the Cardinals 27-16. Cowboys, they still cannot win on the road.
They can't win on Christmas.
And they can't win on Christmas. They can't win on the road. They end up losing 22-20. And the Patriots beat the Broncos 26-23. Only if the Broncos would have won, they might be fighting for the division. Ain't that crazy? But
they're out of the playoffs.
They out of the playoffs. And that was your Week 16 breakdown. The updated playoff picture right now. We got still the #1 seed in the AFC is Baltimore. Miami's at 2. KC's 3. Jacksonville is holding on to that division lead in the South. Things could get a little interesting at 8-7. The Cleveland Browns are the 5th seed. The Bills snuck in at 6, and the Colts are at 7. Now those 3 wild cards might change because Houston is right on Indianapolis' heels. And in the hunt still, you got Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Vegas, Denver. They are all surprisingly still in the hunt. And over in the AFC and the NFC side, we got the 49ers. They're still #1. Philly is 2. Detroit is 3. 3 teams are fighting for that #1 seed. They're 11-4. I believe if San Fran loses another one and Philly wins out, then Philly will be #1 seed again. But if we win out, of course, we win the division. Dallas is at 5. Tampa's at 4. So you got the wild cards as Tampa, the Rams, and Seattle. Seattle gets in with that win. Minnesota is on the hunt. Atlanta, Green Bay, New Orleans, and Chicago, surprisingly, has not been mathematically eliminated at 6-9. So out of these, the teams in the NFC, the Seahawks, do you see them as pretenders or contenders?
Pretenders.
Minnesota.
Pretenders, out of the playoffs.
What about Dallas?
Pretenders.
The Rams?
Pretenders.
Woo!
Not contenders. Pretenders.
Green Bay.
Pretenders.
Ooh.
Not going to the playoffs.
How about Atlanta?
What?
Atlanta.
A 2-pack of ass.
Vegas.
Las Vegas Raiders? Pretenders. They're not making it.
Houston.
We are pretenders, but we have a chance to win a division. We have a chance to make it, but we are pretenders. We're not contenders. We're pretenders.
Cincinnati.
Pretenders.
What about the Colts, even though they got 7 right now?
Pretenders.
Buffalo?
Pretenders.
What about the Browns?
I think they contend us right now. I think they get to the AFC Championship.
So, question before we move on to your list. Why is it that Flacco can come off the bench, off his couch at 38 and do what Deshaun Watson can't do, that he's been there a whole season? What's the difference? Same offense. What's the difference?
Deshaun Watson hurt. That's the difference.
because Flacco coming in here and still slinging it.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper, I call him the silent assassin. You know why I call him the silent assassin? Because nobody talks about Amari Cooper. You don't hear him in the media. You don't hear him in the news about he done something negative. That man is quiet. And what happened? 9 catches, 264. Thank you, Amari Cooper. You put me in my fantasy money league in the finals. 51 points in fantasy. I will take that, sir. But Flacco coming off the couch is looking pretty good.
Yeah.
But Coach, let's go to your list, man. Who you got? Who's number 1?
Well. My list. This is Christmas and a Christmas Eve list. So I just basically got the people that competed in Christmas Eve and on Christmas. So we got number 5 for Christmas Day. Kristaps Porzingis at number 5 has been really good for the Boston Celtics this year. 28 and 11 over a dominant performance in the fourth quarter versus the Los Angeles Lakers. He's number 5. Number 4, another Christmas Day basketball game. Bam Adebayo. This man, 26 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, was the man for the Miami Heat last night over a big time win versus the 76ers. Yesterday, he definitely helped that cause out. Number 3, Joe Flacco comes out. Joe Flacco mentioned coming off the couch, doing a very good job with this team. With my Houston Texans, I gotta say, I didn't expect them to score 36 on us, but I did expect it to be a close game because, again, Cleveland has the number 1 defense, running the ball and passing. They have the number 1 defense in the league, rated defense. Not upset at it. I think if CJ was in that game, I still think we'd have lost that type of ball game. I still think we'd have lost. I don't think CJ would have made a difference the way we did get beat. And their pass rush is too good. Their defensive secondary is too good. They're good all over the defensive side of the ball. So, Joe Flacco, 27, 42, 368 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. One of the touchdowns was at the end of the first half because, remind you, they didn't have their kicker. They was out of the kick. They was out of their kicker. They couldn't kick a field goal. So he threw it into the end zone, and my boy Derek Stingley got his 5th pick of the season. By the way, he's a Pro Bowler, by the way, other than that. Number 2, the only reason he's number 2, because you'll figure out who's number 1, but the only reason this guy is number 2, you'll find out. Luka Doncic is number 2. And if he's number 2, that means someone competed better. And Luka Doncic, 50 points, 15 assists. 15 assists, 6 rebounds over a win versus Phoenix last night. Dominant performance by Luka. Number 1, the only reason, like I say, Luka was number 2. You didn't know that was coming. No, you didn't know Luka was on my list. You didn't know he was on my list. Stop capping. Number 1, Amari Cooper. That's the only reason Luka is at 2 right now. Record breaking. 11 catches, 265 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That's the only reason Luka was number 2. That was it. So Amari Cooper wins the top spot of the coaches list.
All right. I kind of had a feeling Cooper was going to be on your top.
Yeah,
number 1.
He would have been number 1 if Amari Cooper did not catch that ball on Derek Stingley. By the way, that was a hell of a fucking throw. That was a hell of a fucking throw by Joe Flacco. Great defense by Derek Stingley, but a hell of a throw. He did it twice. Derek Stingley played good defense on Amari Cooper. The first touchdown, Derek Stingley tipped the ball, and Amari Cooper ended up gathering it and catching it for a touchdown. That play, and Amari Cooper catches the ball on, that was a great play, man. That was just a great play. He made some hell of a plays. But other than that, again, got to give credit where credit due. If he didn't catch, that ball wasn't caught for the record breaking, Luka would have been number 1.
And it looks like we missed the ballot for the Pro Bowl actually closed. So we can't do that. But we're gonna switch gears over here to the NBA. Again, we gonna talk about the Thanksgiving, yesterday's games at Christmas. There was 5 games, and also we are going to do what we did last year: All-Star voting for this year's 2024 draft. I mean, All-Star game in 2024. But last night's games, again, we had 5 games. And, Joel Embiid didn't play. But let's go talk about the first game that came on first. And that was the Bucks and the Knicks. Knicks get the job done, 129 to 122. And Jalen Brunson, he dropped 38. Randall had 24.
Yep.
He had Barrett with 21, quickly coming off the bench with 20. You had Giannis with 32, Chris Middleton 24, Lillard with 22. How was the Knicks able to beat the Bucks?
Making shots. Jalen Brunson is a dog. He is really good. RJ Barrett playing better. Basketball that night. He's been struggling coming into that game. I think their defense was solid yesterday. Their defense was pretty good yesterday, even though giving up 122 points is a lot. But I think Jalen Brunson carried the way yesterday, man. Julius Randle even had a solid game. Mitchell Robinson out for the season, but Isaiah Hartenstein chipped in 11 points in this ball game. And hey, I thought they got some huge contributions off the bench for Manuel Quickly and Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes had 20 points yesterday, so I thought that was huge for the Knicks.
And we had the Sixers and the Heat. Without no Joel Embiid, they played that game against Toronto. I forget who stepped on his ankle, but he didn't play due to ankle issues. But the Sixers, it was in it for a minute. They battled. Then they couldn't just pull it away. 119 to 113. The Heat get the job done with no Jimmy buckets. Tobias Harris, 27 points. Paul Reed, 4 points. Tyrese Maxey had his worst game ever, 44 minutes for 20. He had 12 points. Oubre, 25. You had DeAnthony Melton with 15. Mo Bamba coming off the bench with 18. Couldn't get the job done, but the Heat pulled it off. How did Caleb Martin only have 1 point? Did he get hurt? Hell, 1 point. Bam Adebayo, 26. Kyle Lowry, 12. You had Tyler Hero with 22. And Duncan Robinson come off the bench with 16. It was just how the game fell. Just couldn't pull away. But Jamie Jaquez, man, 31 points. This rookie has been balling for Miami. Definitely been balling for Miami. So they get the job done. Also, the Sixers picked up Kenny Lofton Jr., which is like my favorite pickup. He's going to be a two-way player, but definitely if you can mold him, I think Nick Nurse will work him in very well. And he could be a good piece that definitely we can use. Kenny Lofton Jr. is actually pretty good. So we had the Warriors and the Nuggets. And the Nuggets, they get the job done, 120 to 114. Steph Curry only had 18 points. Klay Thompson had 9. Anthony Wiggins coming off the bench, 22. Chris Paul, 13. Saric had 14. Then you had Aaron Gordon at 18. Michael Porter Jr., 19. Jokic, 26. Murray, 28. Caldwell, 16. Now, Steve Kerr was talking about the officiating and Jokic getting to the line. Do you agree with his comment? This is my thing. Y'all complain about Joel so much going to the line, and he gets all his points from the line. For one, he knows how to shoot free throws. For 3, don't foul him. It's hard to stop Joel and Jokic without fouling him. So what are you complaining about, Steve Kerr? What are you complaining about? Don't foul Jokic.
Yep.
Point blank period.
Well, again, It doesn't help if you shoot 35% from the 3-point line, even though I think that's solid. It doesn't help if you give up 10 offensive rebounds. It doesn't help if you're going to turn the ball over and have careless turnovers. That doesn't help at all. Again, you want to complain, don't turn the ball over. Shoot the ball, shoot the 3-ball better. Points off turnovers. Also, they had 23 points off turnovers. Stop turning the ball over and getting teams in an open fast break. If you want to complain about free throws, play better, coach it better, and tell your players to stop having them unnecessary damn turnovers. You can't leave the game in the hands of the referee. You know you can't do that. But turnovers, all them careless turnovers, missed open shots, that will play a part in the game. If you don't do that, you should have no problem with the referees.
That's facts. The Lakers continue to struggle. They go up against Boston, which is the hottest team in the East right now. Definitely a team to beat at 23-6. 126 to 115. Jason Tatum 25. Porzingis comes back off injury 28. Drew Holiday 18. Derek White 18. Jaylen Brown 19. Pritchard chipped in with 10 off the bench. Anthony Davis 40 points, 13 rebounds. Taurean Prince 17 points. Vanderbilt 6. LeBron James 5 of 14, 16 points. Reddish only had 5. Austin Reeves 11. Buchamara with 12. And Mr. I don't play defense, D'Angelo Russell 8 points. The hell is going on with the Lakers?
The defense not good. They don't play good defense. They struggle to shoot the ball at times, even though they did shoot it better than Boston last night. Again, their defense, turnovers. Celtics had 23 fast break points yesterday, and they just can't guard anybody on defense. Gabe Vincent has proven not to be that all-season pickup that they expected them to be. You just threw money at Jackson Hayes, and he just out there running around, like my boy Mo said. He just out there running around and just getting in shape. Right now, man, Boston is the best team in the league right now, playing the best. And we know one team that ain't gonna beat them when it matters the most. So other than that, Boston just playing better.
There's rumors not rumors. There's reports going around that the Lakers could either get Levine or the newest one I seen today, Javonte Murray. But the Hawks are going to want Austin Reeves and a draft pick. Should the Lakers pull the trigger on that?
They can pull the trigger on it, all they want, but I don't think it will help them out. You got people that need the ball in their hand. Zach LaVine needs the ball in his hand. Murray needs the ball in his hand to be effective. You don't need too many. You already got LeBron James. You already got Anthony Davis that need the ball in their hands. That's too many people that's 3 people that need the ball in their hands to be effective. So what you gonna do? Turn Zach LaVine into a jump shooter? What you gonna do? Turn Murray into a jump shooter? Hey, I don't think it will work.
I don't know. I know the Lakers, they're on a skid, 5-game losing streak. I don't know what's going to go on with the Lakers. They're going to get it done. Of course, Darvin Ham's a scapegoat, but he did the right thing. He benched D-Lo because he said he don't play defense. Why would you come out and say you don't play defense?
Because he's an idiot.
Knowing you're not going to get benched from that. But I digress. The Mavs and the Sun. Mavericks get the job done 128 to 114. Tim Hardaway Jr. 18 points. Jones Jr. 23. Lively 20. Luka Doncic 50-piece nugget and some honey barbecue sauce and some fries on the side. Dante Exum on 7. That was really your offense was Luka. But then KD 16. He got 14 from Eric Gordon, 32 from Grayson Allen, 20 from Booker. Matu with 20. Man, KD already frustrated with the Suns. But, bro, you decided you wanted to go to the Suns. You wanted to go to Phoenix, but you complaining. Do you feel for KD at all?
Do I feel for him? No, I don't feel for him. But other than that, Bradley Beal has not played. He has not played. Their roster has been hurt. But I don't feel for him at all. I don't feel for him at all. Even Eric Gordon is frustrated of his usage. So it's not only him. Everybody's getting frustrated. Everybody's getting frustrated with their usage and their usage of play.
Levine would be a good pickup for the Lakers. Only problem is Levine can't dribble.
Yes, he could. He could dribble. The hell you watching? If he can't dribble, if he can't dribble, why the hell he average over damn to 20 points per game when he played? Why the hell he can get to the basket if he can't dribble? The hell you watching out there? I forgot Bulls games like that. You just up here talking.
What was I about to say? Damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I don't think KD's ever going to get another ring. He's lucky that he went to Golden State to get two. Just imagine if he didn't leave OKC. I think he left because maybe he thought he couldn't win anything with OKC. I think they could have won something to OKC. He stayed, but he wanted to go chasing. And what happened? He gets the two. He wanted to go to Brooklyn to form, him, Kyrie, James Harden. See how that worked. Now you got the big three over there with Beal and Booker, and I don't think they really have played together. Isn't Beal out again?
Yep. He came back and he hurt his ankle.
Yes. All right. But so who is my question to you? Which team are you more concern about? The Lakers or the Warriors?
I think the Warriors already peaked. No, that's not surprising me. I'm more concerned about the Lakers. That's my answer. I'm more concerned about the Lakers.
Especially with Anthony Davis, scoring the way he's scoring. He's just emotional roller coaster each and every night he goes out there. Whether if he's not hurt, he puts up the 40, and then the next two games, he goes back to being 15-7. If we got this Anthony Davis every night, Anthony Davis would be leading the league in scoring. Anthony Davis would be a front runner for MVP right now. He did everything. But he's inconsistent. He got Katy Perry syndrome. If y'all don't know what Katy Perry syndrome is, hot and cold. Look it up. You hot and you cold. You yes and you know. One day you not. One day you cold. One day you hot. Katy Perry syndrome. So, I mean, I know LeBron's getting older. Even though he keeps his body in shape, it could keep up with the best. But Father Time does not lie. He's getting up there in age. 39 years old. What's going on, Goolie? He has DeRozan and Vooch helping him, and Levine can barely stay healthy. Goolie says the concern should be the Lakers. They couldn't even beat Chicago. My Chicago Bulls. I think AD got hurt in that game too. There's a lot of miscommunication. We got a sensible Bulls fan in the chat, other than Damien.
Yep.
Let's go along, Goolie.
Damien, I got a question for you. Zach LaVine don't stay healthy, right? So, do you know how many less games? Do you know what was his less games of a regular season? What was his least amount of playing in the regular season? Now, I give you 20, like I say. Matter of fact, you don't know that, so I'll just answer that for you. You don't know that. You just be up here talking. But right now, 2017, the man played in 47 games for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He played in 24 games for the Bulls in 2017, 2018. The rest of that in 2023, he played in 77 games. He was pretty healthy that season. 2021, he played in 67 games. Would I call that okay, a healthy season? Yes, that's enough games. Yes, he missed 15, but he was healthy for most portion of that season. 2021, he played in 58 games. He was hurt for half of that season, but he played in 58 games. 2020, he played in 60. That's good enough. That's good enough. 2019, he played in 60, 63. That's good enough. Imagine if Zion Williamson could play in 60 games. That's good enough for me. If Zion Williamson can play in 60 games, that's good enough for me every year. That's good enough because everybody not going to play every game. Everybody not going to play every game every year.
Everybody not going to be Mikal Bridges.
60 games every year. 60 games pretty much. That's pretty solid. That's okay. Now, his least amount of games that he ever played was 24. Was 24 games. Was 24 probably 24 games since then because that's probably his first year in Chicago. Other than that, he's been okay. The only one unhealthy season, not a couple of unhealthy seasons in 2016. In 2017, he only played in 47. So he's been pretty healthy throughout his whole career. Everybody not going to play every goddamn game. DeMar DeRozan haven't played in every goddamn game. He's going to miss some games. So he's been pretty okay.
Gooley is in the chat going about his Bears and Caleb Williams. He don't want him. He want Justin Fields. He said he thinks Damian thinks when he gets the nation gets weaker and weaker. Tevin Jenkins is our best offensive lineman, and Darryl Wright are our best offensive lineman. Yep, the Moose. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm more concerned about the Lakers as well. Like I said, LeBron's about to be 39 on New Year's Eve. 39 years old. Again, he running with the Young Bucks, making the Young Bucks look the shame. He's in excellent shape every year. He works on his body. It's just sad he can still keep up. But again, Father Time does not lie. It catches up to you. But those were your Christmas Day games. Damien, just stop. You don't know sports.
How you gonna talk about the Bulls and you don't even watch them? How the hell you gonna talk about the Bulls if you don't even watch them?
Levine's playing okay. If Levine is playing okay, why are the Bulls a way better team without him?
Does that result to you being in the playoffs though? You can be a better team without somebody. You can be a better team without somebody.
Said I should ask Santa for a brain, a human brain, working brain, not the metal tin can they use. Eastern Conference again. Boston's in front of 20.
How good would you be without Zach LaVine long term? Answer that question.
So you got Boston number 1, 23-6. Milwaukee is in second with 22-8. You got the Sixers 20-9. Orlando still at number 4, 17-11. 18-12 from Miami. New York 17-12, and that's your top 6. Play-in tournament will be Cleveland, Indy, Brooklyn, Chicago will actually be in the play-in tournament right now. And then everybody else outside looking in. Detroit still has not won a game. They're at 26 in a row. They need 3 more games to surpass the Sixers. Lose 3 more times, Pistons. Lose 3 more times, please. Then over there in the Western Conference, we got the Minnesota. They're still number 1. They're at 22-6. Denver's at 22-10. OKC 18-9. Sacramento is 4, 17-11. Dallas is 5, 18-12. The Clippers has got over their blunders and got it together. They're at 6 at 17-12. And the play-in tournament will be New Orleans, Houston, the Lakers, Golden State is your play-in tournament.
Yep. Matter of fact, like I say, you're not a better team without Zach LaVine. You're playing better without Zach LaVine, but you're not a better team without him. You're not a better team without him. You're playing better without him. Yes, I'll give you that. But you're not a better team without him. No, you're not.
He said they would have made it to the second round of the playoffs with LaVine. Which playoff?
All right, with DeMar DeRozan. Have you made it with DeMar DeRozan too? Why are you just talking about LaVine? DeMar DeRozan on the same team. He on the team. Matter of fact, DeMar DeRozan hasn't had no playoff success since Toronto, since they traded his ass away. Now appeared to be the right move because you know what Toronto got after they traded his ass away? A championship.
Oh my God. All right, y'all. So we're going to do the voting this year. Again, y'all can help us out here in the chat. So again, they're doing East versus West. You got the guards and you got the backcourt. So we're going to start.
DeMar won a finals. He won. What finals he won? What finals he won?
He never went to the finals?
He never went to the finals. He never went to the finals.
He got traded from that Toronto team and they went to the finals.
You mean he went to the Eastern Conference Finals? Not because of him, partially because of him. You had Kyle Lowry on that team, Pascal Siakam, you forgot about that. And Zach LaVine been on the Minnesota goddamn Timberwolves, a team that ain't never been good since Butler and Anthony Edwards came in. So what the hell are you talking about? He didn't never go to a finals. He went to the Eastern Conference Finals and could get the goddamn job done. And as soon as they saw that, they traded his ass. They brought in Kawhi Leonard, someone who did get the job done. So what that tells you about DeMar DeRozan? Can you win with DeMar DeRozan? No, you cannot.
All right. So we're going to do – where you want to start, with the East or the West, Coach?
No matter whichever route you want to start with.
All right. So let's go with the West. You only get 2 guards.
Okay.
So this is going to be your starter. So we can do one and then Chat can do one.
All right.
So who do you want as your guard in the West?
Luka.
All right. So that's one. And we get another one. All right, chat. Who y'all want as a second guard for the West? You still got, well, Josh shouldn't count because he missed, so we're not going to do that. You got SGA, you got Darian Fox, got Booker, Steph Curry, Anthony Edwards, Kyrie.
Dooley want to join.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Yeah, you can come in, Gooley. Come on. Curry. All right, got SGA. Anybody else? All right, got Curry. Okay, so we got two in the chat for Curry.
I got Curry, the star.
Going once, going twice.
I think SGA still make it though. I think he make it as a reserve. I don't think he make it as a starter. I think they gonna pick Curry. I think they don't take Curry in the starting lineup, but I think SGA still make it. He's still gonna make it.
So that is your guards for the West. Now the backcourt, we get 3. Coach, we get 2, and then we let the chat get the 1. So who you want in the backcourt?
LeBron.
And who else?
Jokic.
AD, Jokic. All right.
Yeah.
All right, chat. Who y'all want in the backcourt? So we still got AD, still got Kevin Durant, Kawhi, Lauri Markkanen, Cat, Zion, Big Vic.
Look at Big Vic. Big Vic. There you go, Big Vic.
Keldon Johnson.
My boy Al P gonna be a reserve. If he keep
playing
on the
backcourt, who y'all want in the backcourt? So far, we got LeBron and Jokic. Go AD. You can go Kevin Durant. Somebody give me something. If not, we gonna pick again. Trying to let y'all decide too. Going once, going twice. Coach, who you want?
Kevin Durant.
All right.
I think AD gets in.
So here's your West All-Stars. So we got Doncic, Curry, James, Jokic, KD. Over here in the West, in the East. Pick a guard, Coach.
Damian Lillard.
All right. And so AD, so all right. Upside again. All right. So guard in the East, y'all. Pick a guard.
What up, Ray?
So you got Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young, Tyrese Maxey. I think this is the year Tyrese gets in. Tyler Hero, Halliburton, Cam Cunningham. Even though he on a shitty Detroit team, he's still balling. Who y'all want as the second guard in the East? Okay, we got Sargent with Maxey. Anybody else? Anybody else for guard in the East? Going once. Going twice. Tyrese Maxey gets the vote. All right, so we got Dame Lillard and Tyrese Maxey. Coach, we get 2 for the backcourt. Of course, I'm going to go Joel. That's a given.
Joel, Giannis. Obvious.
All right, y'all. Who's the last person up? Aaron came late with Halliburton. But y'all get the last pick for y'all get the last pick for the backcourt. So we got Tatum, Kuzma, Mikal Bridges, Bam, Jaylen Brown, Jimmy.
That motherfucker Aaron said Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole.
It's only
just the starters. It's not for the reserves. Just the starters.
This is why that man needs Jesus.
Jaylen Brown. Okay. We got Tatum. All right, who gonna break it?
Tatum for me.
This one? Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So.
Okay, whoever
Here
said
we go,
Tyrese.
y'all. So here is your all-star votes. So for in the West, we got Doncic, Curry, LeBron James, Jokic, and Durant. And in the East, we got Dame Lillard, Tyrese Maxey. We got Tatum, Giannis, and Joel Embiid, and we are going to submit.
Oh, dang. This for the fans or this is for y'all?
No.
Oh, okay.
The voting.
Oh, the voting? Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, red flag, Your Honor. Because I would take Dame out of there and put Tyrese Halliburton in there.
Tyrese Halliburton, I believe he's going to get in. I believe he's
going to get in.
I believe he's going to start too. I believe it's an opportunity to start. When him and Dame still going to start. I think you already know how All-Star is. Popular.
Yeah, it's the popularity.
Yeah, you already
hate. But yeah, Tyrese Halliburton
they're going to announce the starters, and then, you're going to get your
the reserves.
Which, Halliburton's going to make it. Maxey's going to make it,
It's East and West now, too. So
Thank God. Thank God.
Happy day.
Oh, happy day.
What's going on, Gooley? Mal Gooley, y'all. If y'all don't know who Mal Gooley is, he is the man in charge of the Mal Gooley channel. He's your fellow Chicago fan of everything. We got the Cubs, we got the Bulls, the Bears, and the Blackhawks, and he's a big wrestling fan. So make sure y'all subscribe to Mal Gooley.
Yo,
I appreciate that.
Love. He had to come up here and yell at Damien. So what's going on?
The thing is, like, with yelling at Damien, I didn't come up here to embarrass him. He did that himself, saying DeMar made the finals. Ever in his history has never made the finals. Not even in his whole career, that man has never, ever made the finals. The closest that man has ever gotten is the second round of the Eastern Conference. Now back to Coach saying, can you win with DeMar?
He did make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. They got swept out. They got swept out of it. That
wasn't even the Eastern Conference Finals. That was the second round. LeBron embarrassed him?
I didn't say unsubscribe. I'm sorry. Don't unsubscribe. Subscribe to this man.
Wow, Ern.
Tribute. Go ahead, Gooley. Go ahead.
No, because I remember when they got swept by LeBron because
they were the conference finals. That was the third round.
That was the final. I thought Cleveland took on Boston, and then because that was the year Kyrie got hurt.
No, that was with Jason Tatum, the rookie year, and Jaylen Brown rookie year. Yeah, that was Jaylen Brown in rookie year.
Okay, yeah. I don't remember that being the finals. I just remember it being the second.
Who said the Raptors lost in 6 against the Cavs in 2016?
Okay,
yeah, that was when LeBron was by himself basically on that team.
Oh, and LeBron, it was LeBron and a bunch of overpaid kids.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was the. She could have took a shower. Sorry, y'all. I had to get some water in my system. That was the year the Thunder blew a 3-1 lead. Oh yeah. Okay, it's coming back. It's coming together. I'm gonna be like Crunk. It's all coming together. I mean, for me, if I did the voting, who would I vote for? Can you
anybody can do the All-Star voting, NBA.com, All-Star voting. Y'all can do y'all voting and vote as many times. There's no limit.
I need to do that for the NBA and for the Pro Bowl because
no Pro Bowl's closed. We tried to
Pro
do
Bowl's
that
closed.
Yeah,
you already did that earlier. Crap.
I got mine in earlier, way before. But yeah, we tried to do it.
Crap, because I was gonna vote for. You know what's shocking? Guess who I was gonna vote for? There was only gonna be a few Bears that I had in there. DJ Moore. DJ Moore needs to be in the Pro Bowl. That man, yeah.
You mean flag football? Because they can't do nothing.
Yeah, true. Flag football.
Wait. You know what? They did put it to flag. My bad.
Lord have mercy. Okay, DeMar didn't make the finals, but he made the Eastern Conference final with Levine.
One time. That man made the damn Eastern Conference final one time. And you think you like this is what I'm saying. You can win regular season games with DeMar. You can't win big games with him. You can't win any type of big games with DeMar DeRozan. You can win regular games.
And to also get wrongness right here, Levine's only been in the playoffs 3 times in his career. What do you mean he couldn't get past the first round? He can't even get 2 out of those 3. He can't get past the play-in first round. But no, the problem is that the Bulls are better off with Levine. Now the question is, what do you get? There's been talks about draft picks, draft capital. The Sixers are interested. I mean, Chicago wants a ready-to-win player now situation, which I don't believe they're going to get that.
I mean, if y'all want to give up Levine, y'all can have Tobias.
No, I don't want Tobias Harris. We said ready-to-win now, not ready to retire now.
I just think if y'all definitely which is I think y'all at some point y'all gonna go in a different direction.
Our best.
Go ahead.
My bad, coach. You go.
No, I just think y'all if y'all gonna do that, I just think y'all need to go into probably a full rebuild at this point. I really do. I think y'all need to go into a full rebuild, get younger. You seen how Kobe White coming out right now. Patrick Williams has not worked out, but maybe let's see if he plays better with Zach LaVine gone. And you may need to look at DeMar DeRozan and see what his state of mind is too, and Buka and all them. But I really think y'all need to enter into a rebuild because I don't think once you get rid of Zach LaVine.
Did he just say trade LaVine for Clay and Moody?
I don't think this team is going to win a championship anytime soon. Already.
Oh no. We're past that.
I think rebuilding.
For us right now, it needs to start with coaching. I want Billy Donovan fired. He has to go. Because he cost us our big winning streak against the team that we started against with this winning streak. And then, of course, it would end with Milwaukee because, I'm not going to start Andre Drummond. I'm just going to let him be on the floor for 14 minutes, even though he was out bodying every freaking body. To be honest, if they do push the rebuild button, Levine's gone. Levine is gone. DeMar wants to finish out his career in Chicago, which I'm 100% full for because you're not going to get anywhere with it. Kobe has been balling. You keep him. Patrick, surprisingly, if people paid attention, he's actually been balling ever since Levine got hurt.
Yep.
This is the problem with the Bulls are in. Levine IQ is terrible. I think it's probably one of the worst IQs since Westbrook.
I agree with it. I agree with his IQ. I agree with him on that one.
Like his IQ is so bad. Like it makes Russell looks like he is already a superstar, but it makes him look more. I'd rather trust Russell with the ball than Levine. That's a problem. And he still can't play defense. And I've been asking for him to play defense for a while now. Still hasn't done it. His 3-point shooting can be inconsistent. Now the dunks are amazing. I'll give him that. But yeah. And then also him and Billy Donovan are acting like schoolgirls. Granted, I'm on the side of Levine because I understand the frustration from Billy Donovan. But at the same time, Billy got to learn this ain't college. It's the NBA. 9 years in this league and still don't know how to do a big man rotation?
All right, y'all. Before we go on out of here, we got to do picks and prediction of week 17. Y'all heard me say it. Week 17.
How much week 17 already?
This is our last Thursday night game. We got the Jets.
Oh God.
Versus the Browns.
Just in the season versus how is this team still winning?
Who you got, Gooley?
How is this team still winning? The Factory of Sadness will beat the Jets.
You're taking the Jets over the Browns?
No, Factory of Sadness. That's the Browns. The Browns are the Factory of Sadness. Jets is just in the season. Factory of Sadness will rain down upon Jet Nation.
Coach, who you got?
A 2-pack of ass.
He's going with the Browns. This is the game of the week on Saturday. We got one game on Saturday, 8:15. The Cowboys against the Lions. The Lions, the nerve. Can't even call them the nerve no more, Dooley. They're going up against the Cowboys in Jerry World. And you know the Cowboys are undefeated at home. They could only beat teams at home. But the Lions could give them a good test. And the Lions have a good running game. I might go with an upset here. I'm going with the Lions to beat the Cowboys here. I'm picking Detroit. Who y'all got? Julie?
I'm going with I'm not calling them the Nerves. I'm calling them the Nittany Lions. The Lions will.
Well, you can't call them the Nittany Lions. That's Penn State.
Well, they have a former college coach that wanted to bite knees off, so I hope he can bite Dak's knee off, but that won't happen. So I'm going to go with the Lions. Lions are going to win. And for every Lion fan, I'm proud of y'all. Even though I still think y'all are going to be a first-round exit, I'm still proud of you guys. As long as it wasn't Green Bay or Minnesota of all teams, then we're fine. Go Lions.
I'm going to be the lone wolf. I'm going to take the Cowboys due to the fact that the Lions have clinched a playoff spot. So, like, if you want to rest, it's potential they can rest some guys. They don't have to play throughout the last 2 games of the season because they already clinched a playoff spot and clinched the division pretty much. So, it's a potential they can keep some guys healthy. And this is a big game for the Cowboys at home. They haven't lost at home. I'm taking the Cowboys to win this game.
I don't know. The Lions might be going for blood just because of the
that's potential. They go for seeding, but yeah, I'm gonna take the Cowboys at home.
Oh my God! All right, we got a 1:00 game. We got the Eagles versus the Cardinals. Jonathan Gannon comes back to town. Who you taking, Gooley?
You guys are in prime position to win the NFC East. I'm still waiting for Scooter Magruder to make that video because now you guys have the lead. We beaten the Cardinals. Should have beat them by who was it? I think it was 2X Med said we should have beat them by 30. At this point, I wanted to win, and we won. So the Eagles will fly. The real birds will fly. I think for the Cardinals' sake, I think it's time to move on from Kyler Murray. He looks like he doesn't even want to be there anymore. Watch him be a future Viking because of it.
You know what's funny? I picked the Eagles all year. They sold me on 4 games, but I got the Cardinals here. I mean, not the Cardinals. Oh God! You know what's funny? The way our season is going, I'm not surprised if the Cardinals would win, but I'm going to.
If the Cardinals win, all I got to say is this: for all Eagles fans, from a Bear fan, we tried to tell you about Sean Desai. We tried to warn you. Anybody that came from the Chuck Pagano tree is doomed to fail.
I'm going to go Eagles here. Coach, you got?
You know what? Much as I would love for Jonathan Gannon to beat the Philadelphia Eagles at Philadelphia, that would be some crazy stuff right there. The man that they wanted out beats them in Philadelphia. But I'm going for Philadelphia, though. I'm going for Philadelphia. I think they're going to win this game.
This should be a good game. Dolphins and the Ravens. Potentially, this could be Dolphins win. They might be the number 1 seed. Who you got, Dante?
I'm going to go for the Ravens at home. They're the hottest team in the NFL right now. I'm going to take the Ravens in that defense. And Lamar Jackson is playing really, really well. But like I say, I didn't see that movie before. I mean, in 2019 when they played this well, and they got beat by Tennessee at home. The real test is in the playoffs. The real test for them is going to be in the actual playoffs. I mean, like I say, I'm not going to sit up here and say regular season is not important, because that's definitely important. Because if you don't get past the regular season, how do you get in the playoffs? If you don't have a good record, how do you get in the playoffs? If you don't have the stats, how you get in the playoffs? How can you get in the playoffs if you got zero stats on either team? So regular season does matter. The only thing, playoffs is much more bigger, and that's when the Ravens need to play at, in the playoffs, when it matters the most. But other than that, I'm going with the hottest team, the Ravens, right now. That defense is on another level.
Who you got?
Ah, boy. I'm kind of mad that they won't beat the 49ers, but at the same time, I'm proud of them for beating the 49ers. The Ravens are on fire, but at the same time, my biggest problem with them is the playoffs. In the regular season, they're like, oh, this unstoppable force, but then when it comes to the playoffs, they. But I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going with Miami. I think Miami is still my dark horse candidate to make the Super Bowl this year. I got Miami. I'm sorry, Tua, Tyreek Hill, but it is going to be tough with no Waddle there. But I think Frank Smith, the offensive coordinator for the Dolphins, will make an adjustment. And by the way, that man's going to be a head coach. I hope he's the head coach for the Bears, because, my God, he has turned Tua into MVP caliber type QB. But clearly that's going to go to Christian McCaffrey. It should go to Christian McCaffrey, but it's the NFL. So Dolphins win by 3.
Tua owns the Ravens' last 2 games they played. Waddle has a high ankle sprain or something. Who's going to go toe for toe with Tyreek Hill on that defense for the Ravens? Is it Kyle Hamilton? Humphreys?
Is Marlon Humphrey still there?
Yep.
That's who. That's you get the best. You start the best.
He had 2 interceptions last night.
Yeah, you get Marlon Humphrey on Tyreek Hill, but the question is, can Marlon Humphrey match speed for speed with Tyreek? That's the question. Because if not, Tyreek's going to have a 250 plus game on Sunday.
He's gonna be throwing up pieces, but like I wanna go Miami, but I think the Ravens get it done.
Plus, I'm also going for the Dolphins because they did what they should have done, and that was beat the Cowboys, get the Cowboys fans back to reality. Stephen A. Smith had a very happy Merry Christmas.
Yeah, he sung them a song for Christmas. He put a Christmas song on them.
Oh, they lose on Sunday on New Year's Eve. Oh my goodness gracious, it'll be the end.
The Patriots and the Bills.
Can I go with this one, please?
Go ahead.
Part of me wants the Patriots to win because they have messed up their tank. They should have lost to Denver, but Denver is being Denver, so they're facing the Bills. Buffalo's gonna win. Buffalo is they're an underdog here going into don't they have a wild card spot, or are they outside looking in?
No, they're in there. They got 6. They got a wild card spot.
Okay, yeah, they're winning. I think everybody hasn't paid attention. That team started to find its identity when they took on y'all, Key. And quite frankly, I ain't gonna lie, they should have beat y'all. The way how y'all defense was playing that.
Shoulda, coulda, but they didn't.
But I know, but shoulda, coulda, but they didn't. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bills. Bills are gonna.
Do you know what the Patriots are?
That's terrible.
I mean, terrible is coming from the quarterback position. Mac Jones is not it. If you really think about it, there's only 2 quarterbacks in that draft class that I wouldn't. Well, okay, one has boom, semi-boom, and the other one is, 2 of them are semi-boom, and that's Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields. Everybody else is just bad. Zach Wilson, bad. Mac Jones, bad. Freaking Trey Lance. Who?
Back up for Dak.
Back up for Dak.
I'm going Bills here. Coach, who you got?
A 2-pack of ass.
He's going Bills. All right, we got the Falcons and your Bears, Ghoulie.
Oh, God. Let me go last.
Coach, who you got?
All right, so how can I say that? I'm gonna try to say this the best way I can. All right, so the Falcons, they play at Atlanta, right?
This is Chicago. This is our last home game of the season.
So let me
said tie.
Let me break this down best way I could. You look at the Atlanta Falcons. They have a solid defense, very good secondary. Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell. They've been in every game this season. Their defense is competitive. They got very good weapons. They're not utilizing Kyle Pitts. They're not utilizing the running game very well. That's what they pick who they want to. They pick really. The spurts they do run the ball, and the spurts they do throw the ball, which is not good. That's on the head coach Arthur Smith. Head coach Arthur Smith needs to be fired after this season. I think he's a terrorist. I don't think he's a very good coach. Go ahead. Yo, that's a new word. That terror. I think he's a terrorist. I think he's really that bad. They got Drake London.
Oh my God.
Don't know how to use them. They got Kyle Pitts. He don't know how to use them. But one thing about them, they competitive. The only difference for me is the quarterback situation. I think the Bears win this game because Justin Fields is going to out-quarterback Desmond Ridder, who's trash, Taylor Heineke, who's not good, a good quarterback. I just think the Bears going to win based on outplaying the quarterback position. I think it's going to be kind of like a competitive game, like a 20-17 game. I think the Bears pull it out. I think the Bears defense got a little better. Since Justin Fields came back, they've been very more competitive. Again, I think the Bears are going to win this in a close fight. I think the Atlanta Falcons will be in the game, but when you got a terrorist as a head coach that don't know how to use quarterback that flops from quarterback to quarterback, don't know his quarterback skills, and don't utilize the running game, don't know how to use the skill positions, I can't trust it. I think the Bears win this game in a close fight by 20-17. I think it's going to be a close fight. And I just think the Atlanta Falcons need to move on from Arthur Smith. They need to look at that quarterback room. And I think they may need to draft a quarterback in the draft because this all-season quarterback class, the best quarterback could be potential Baker Mayfield, and I think he's going to resign with Tampa Bay.
Can I raise my hand on that question? Can I add something more to Coach Donte? Then I'll let Key.
Yeah, go ahead. Now, go ahead.
Atlanta, if you're willing to do business, there's been talks about Justin Fields getting traded to Atlanta. Ain't happening. But if y'all want that first overall pick, give us Kyle Pitts and maybe we'll talk. And a whole bunch of first round picks, maybe we'll talk. But am I really want to jeopardize the fact of getting rid of Marvin Harrison Jr.? No, we'll keep our first pick. We'll give you the 8th overall pick. You guys can draft Drake Meyer from there. Okay, Key can go.
I'm going with the Bears. I'm not picking Atlanta no more.
Okay, the Bears and the Falcons. I'm going to tell you right now, whoever's defense shows up will win that game. Let me explain. The Chicago's defense has been, oh my God, Matt Eberflus, I've been giving him crap all year, but the one thing I can take away from him, the man is a solid defensive coordinator. I ain't going to say great. I'm just going to say solid. Ever since Montez Sweat came into the picture, I've never seen this team try to – I've never seen – what was the last problem with the last 2 seasons with the Bears defense? What was the one thing that Chicago was known for, but they lost their identity because of it? Rushing the quarterback. And ever since when Mac left, we lost that identity. Then Montez Sweat comes into the picture and ask the following quarterbacks. They should know. Jared Goff, you should know. What's his name? Cousins, you should know. Kyler Murray, you almost got 8, but We took your spirit. That's good enough. So whoever's defense shows up will win that game. I do agree that we have the better quarterback, but we are dealing with injuries on our offensive side. We don't know if Cole Kmet's going to play, and he had a ball game Sunday. We don't know if DJ Moore is going to play. Both of our two biggest offensive weapons could not play on Sunday, and that would hurt us tremendously. We need to run the ball like we did against Arizona. And to be honest, the Bears running game is still 50-50 with me, but at the same time, you have Justin Fields, money in situations. You have Khalil Herbert, money in these situations. Deontay Foreman, money in these situations. You have to run the ball like you did. But there's one problem. There's a chicken that calls our offense. His name is Luke Getsley. When Luke did that wildcat crap against the Cardinals, inconsistent. The biggest thing for the Bears, their weaknesses, they keep their foot off the gas. When they have like a big lead, they keep their foot off the gas. This game will prove to me. This is your chance, Chicago, to prove something to me. Keep your foot on the gas. Let Justin run with his feet. Let Justin make plays by himself. Did y'all even see the play where Justin cussed out Luke Getsley? Called him out? Oh, yeah, he called him out. He cussed him out saying, F that crap. Let's run this. And we didn't get a first down out of it, but hey, it tells me that Justin doesn't trust Luke. It's to the point Luke has to go. Before y'all fire Matt Eberflus or degrade him or downgrade him to defensive coordinator, fire Luke Getsley first. We lose to Atlanta at home. Playoff situation is done. I don't know why people still think the Bears can still make the playoffs.
You would need a lot of help.
A lot of help. Rams ain't losing. Y'all ain't losing. And Green Bay definitely not losing. Chicago, we should win this game. I'm picking the Bears. I'm going to go since the Bears love to, for some odd reason, score points. I've never seen this team score many points at all for these last duration of 5 years. I'm going to go with 30-17. And the NFL 30-27.
All right. You guys
Please don't stress me out on my birthday eve.
Hey,
Chicago,
one
please.
thing, you need to clip that what I said about terrorists. Gully liked it, that word.
Yeah, because to be honest, that's how I feel about Luke Getsley. But instead of terrorists, I was gonna say the Taliban, but that's different. I mean,
Colts and Raiders. So y'all got.
Oh God, Colts count on losing this season, even though y'all screwed me and my dad last week. Y'all should have won last week, and y'all know y'all did. I don't know what's going on with the Colts defense lately, but isn't their defense supposed to be the best defense so far in that division? Yeah. It amazes me how they lost. The Raiders, on the other hand, they got an idea. Hey, y'all did what y'all had to do. Y'all made us laugh at Kansas City.
I got the.
See, here he goes. See, this is what I talked about the Civil War.
I may change my pick on this one though. Because I did, like I say, I'm giving y'all a heads up. I don't care. Y'all can know who I pick. I actually pick the Colts in the pick 'em league. I'll pick 'em league. But I may change that. I think the Raiders can win that game. That Raiders defense can actually play. Antonio Pierce got that team playing great. The Raiders may need to consider
hiring head coach.
Because
if not, you're gonna have yourself what's his name, Versace situation.
If he finished 500 over 500, that's your head coach right there. And I still think that's their head coach. I think I should still really consider them hiring. That team is a very different team with Antonio Pierce. Aiden O'Connell, maybe a game manager, but I'm okay with a game manager as long as you're not turning the ball over and you can run the football effectively. And the way that defensive line can get after the quarterback with Max Crosby and that secondary is playing that well against the Kansas City Chiefs. You mean to tell me they're gonna downgrade versus Gardner Minshew? They can't do that same thing to Gardner Minshew. Now regarding the Chiefs don't have the receiving core. I think The Colts receivers are better than the Chiefs, and they have a way better running back than the Kansas City Chiefs. But I think that Raiders defense is really good, and I'm picking the Raiders.
We don't know if Michael Pittman is coming back or not. If Pittman doesn't play, Raiders should win that game.
I think the Raiders should win the game.
They should win that game. And
I'm picking them to win. I'm picking them to win the game.
Because also Zach Moss is still hurt too. Moss is still hurt too. Yep. Like, that's what cost the Colts. They lost three of their big offensive weapons in Taylor, Moss, and Michael Pittman. And that was kind of one of the reasons why they lost. But at the same time, their defense cost them too. You know what, Key? Switch my pick. I'm picking the Raiders. If only EJ was here, he would have been
No, Damian, he hasn't been in that long to get Coach of the Year. So no.
No, because here's the thing too. I mean, the Raiders. Here's the thing though, and this not a knock on Earn, not a knock on any of the Raider content creators that we've done business with in the past, but I find a way to. I feel it in my bones. What's his name? Mark Davis. Mark Davis is going to find a way to screw this head coaching job up. Watch him do something ignorant instead of getting dude who's been killing it for them. Watch them, you know what? Because it's them. Watch them get somebody like Ryan Day or freaking Harbaugh as the head coach, and it'll be just like another John Gruden situation and another Versace situation. If that happens, y'all Raiders fans need to say sell the team like the Pistons are doing right now.
Not Ryan Day. He's staying with Ohio State, but we got to speak.
No, he needs to get fired. I'm sorry.
We got to speak to these picks, Googly. You going through your damn soliloquies. We got the. You
didn't have to say soliloquy right there.
We got the Panthers and the Jags. Who y'all got?
Jags. Oh God, Jags! You guys have failed me so many times. If y'all lose to the Panthers and screw us over.
You know what? The way Trevor Lawrence been playing, I don't know. I might go Carolina, but
because he's hurt.
The Jags got a good defense still. I'm gonna still go with the Jags here.
Let's go, Jags.
What better way to you're on a 4-game losing streak. You're at home. Trevor Lawrence may not be playing, but the Panthers are so damn bad. You wouldn't pick them even in Jacksonville. And this is a vulnerable time in Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence not playing good, not playing great, playing like absolute trash. And you got I forgot their quarterback name that came in. You got CJ Beathard, matter of fact, playing. And I believe Zay is out too. I believe. Yep, he's out.
Jones.
Yeah, he's out too.
Wait, Zay Jones is out?
Yeah, but I believe they still will win that football game. I would love for the Panthers to win that football game.
Wait. Alarm.
I still think they will win that football game though. Because the Panthers is so fucking bad.
Titans and your Texans, Donte.
Is CJ coming back?
He on the verge. He's looking good. He's on the verge of coming back.
But is he playing this game?
He's still in concussion protocol.
Concussion protocol, but
who y'all play?
We play the Titans.
Tennessee. Y'all need CJ back in the worst possible way. Y'all really do, because and I would love to see CJ back, because my God, him and Justin Fields might break the Ohio State curse.
I'm gonna take Tennessee, but it might change.
If CJ plays, it might change. Yeah,
I'm gonna take my Texans either way it goes, because one, I believe Cleveland is the number 1 rated defense in the league. Tennessee don't have the number 1 rated defense in the league. I understand. CJ out makes a difference, but I believe we can beat Tennessee even without CJ. I believe we can beat them without CJ. Cleveland just on a different level than the Tennessee Titans. They're number 1 in both rushing and the pass. We can get to the quarterback as well. I think we still win this game, even without CJ Stroud. But I think CJ will come back, and I'm picking us to win this game.
If that happens, I will bow to your glory, because I would love to see CJ play again. Y'all, I'm starting becoming like a CJ fan. I love the way how he plays.
Who you taking, Gully?
If CJ ain't playing, I'm taking the 1 yard short Titans. Remember the Titans.
Oh, Rams and the Giants. I'm going Rams here. F the Giants.
I'm going for the Rams because you know what? Key in our fantasy league could have won the championship, but Darnell Waller refused to play. Darren Waller.
I don't even know why you had picked up Darren Waller. I keep forgetting Waller is a Giant.
Because he had a great game last week, and I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna probably play a little bit better. Nope. So F the Giants. F Tony DeVito. Screw this.
Who you got, Dante?
I got the Rams.
NFC South. We got the Bucks and the Saints. Tampa Bay keeps marching in. Well, when the Bucks keep marching in. I'm on a Baker train.
What did I tell y'all about Mo Baker? What does he need to do? Have a system that works with him, right? Am I right? Yeah, right. Make it 3. Tampa Bay, pay that man. That's going to be your quarterback of the future. But poor Kyle Trask. We'll never get to see that kid play.
Nope. You might as well go to XFL, USFL.
Mm-hmm. Or he could be the next quarterback for the Patriots. Oh, my God.
Dante,
help us all.
I got the Buccaneers. At home, red hot, I got the Buccaneers.
And
49ers and the Commanders.
Next game. They're coming for blood. The 49ers are coming for blood. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm looking out the window. Yep. I see. Oh, Lord. The whole town's outside. Oh, my God. They got axes and pitchforks. Oh, good Lord mighty. They throwing babies. All right. 49ers next game.
That is a next game. You got the Seahawks and the.
Hold on. I didn't pick.
You going for the
A 2-pack of ass.
Go.
What?
49ers it is. All right, so we got the Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm going to say next game with this one, too. Seahawks should murder Pittsburgh.
No, don't say that. Because you think there'll be a murder and somebody ends up losing.
Yeah, that is true. And the Seahawks aren't really what you say consistent. But neither are the Steelers. But you know what? Bullcrap. I'll pick the Steelers.
To the Pittsburgh. Do you even know who Kyle Trask is?
I'm going with Pittsburgh because you know why? Because it's the Steeler way. This bullcrap happens every year, and now the Steelers are in prime position to make the playoffs, and they really shouldn't.
And the Seahawks are already in, so
and the Seahawks are in.
Want to win to stay in. So I'm going to say
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh for me.
I got Seattle. Schoolie got Pittsburgh. Who you got, Dante?
Sorry ass Steelers.
Who you got?
Seattle.
All right.
How?
Chiefs and Bengals.
Oh my God!
It's gonna be a hard pick for me.
You know, can I save it? Save this. You bastards have lost 4 straight. I know what's wrong with Kansas City. There's 3 problems with Kansas City. Problem number 1, Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy's calling those plays. Chiefs, we try to tell you.
Nagy can call the plays all he wants to. Gooley receivers can't catch.
I was getting to that. That's number 2. The receiving core. And number 3, Travis Kelce. Ditch the chick. Ditch Taylor Swift. Play better ball, man. You went from collard greens and cornbread to raisins in your potato salads. I'm disappointed in you, sir. But I have y'all sorry asses winning. If y'all lose to Cincinnati, season's done. Season's done. You don't even matter if they make the playoffs or not. Season's done.
I got the Chiefs bouncing back here. Dante?
I got the Chiefs winning this game, bouncing back. I got Chiefs bouncing back to win this game.
Travis should keep dating Taylor Swift.
Keep the Chiefs on the nosedive.
Cool. I can't see Kansas City losing. 2 more games left, and then we are done. Chargers and the Broncos.
What's up, cool? Chargers and Broncos. Oh my. Trash versus trash. Oh my.
Hockey
Jake
stick versus Russell. Last name Wilson.
I'm going with hockey sticks. Because, I don't know, Broncos been falling off lately. But you know what? Broncos are still in position to get a playoff win, aren't they?
Yeah, they haven't been mathematically eliminated yet.
They haven't been eliminated, but I believe they're not making it.
They're not making it. You know what, Russell? You know what? Screw it. I'm going to go with my original pick, Chargers. But don't be surprised if I change it.
I think Denver could beat the Chargers. So I'm going to go Russell. Last name Wilson.
He got to play like Russell. Last name Wilson.
Donte.
Two-pack of ass.
Broncos country. Let's die.
I'm not picking no Easton Stank. I'm not picking him.
Broncos country. Let's die. Broncos country.
All right,
let's fry.
And we got the Sunday night game. Got the Green Bay Packers going up against the Vikings.
Son of a hoe! Why is this a Monday night game? Oh yeah, it's a division rivalry, Ghoulie. These are the two biggest ones in your division that you hate the most. Well, you hate Green Bay the most. Then it's Minnesota.
Plus, Minnesota is on the out. Both of these teams on the outside looking in. That's why.
And the sad part is, for us to make the playoffs, they both have to lose. And they both have to tie.
They both for 7 and 8. So
you know what?
Attention.
It's so sad. I want to pick the Vikings in an upset, but I'm not, because I think this is going to be a high-scoring game because Green Bay has one problem. His name is Joe Barry. Joe Barry fucking sucks as a defensive coordinator. They almost blew it against the Panthers of all teams. So, Green Bay, if you lose, here's a box of dressing that you will not eat. Green Bay Packers. And watch that kills us.
Losing T.J. Hawkinson was a big thing, the big deal. They still got Jordan Addison. They still got Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson made a hell of a catch in that Minnesota game last week. Oh, my God, that boy is balling. They just lost. So, Love Boat and that young receiving core. You know what? Give me Green Bay. Give me Green Bay.
Also, Jordan Love's best weapon so far this year has been Romeo Doubs, if you paid attention in fantasy. Should have started him last week.
Coach?
I got Green Bay. T.J. Hawkinson out. Jordan Addison, I believe, is out too. He has an injury, so yeah, I'm gonna take the Packers.
All right, guys, there you have it.
We made it.
Picks and predictions in the book. Again, we have week 16, week 17 next week, and we should have all your playoff contentions then. Playoffs will start. Also, Dallas fans are crying because Michael Parsons can't get a holding call, y'all.
Oh. Wrong team to laugh at, God. It should be the Packers.
So that, Cowboys fan, that's their excuse. Oh, we don't get holding calls. Even though CeeDee Lamb did get held by the draws, they didn't call that. That was the blatant hold. But Michael Parsons even said he's not getting holding calls. And he went on IG. He was like, I'm sorry, refs. Whatever I did, I'm sorry. So, yeah, he's complaining about calls.
I can't wait for Scooter. That's all I'm waiting on.
But you know what I say to that? And I know this doesn't apply because they didn't fumble, but still, this applies to the Cowboys right now.
What is wrong with you? Why are you fumbling my football? My blockers were better. Your blockers ain't got nothing to do with you holding the ball. Did your blockers fumble the football or did you fumble the football?
I did, sir.
All right, how many feet are in a mile? How many feet are in a mile? 5,280 feet. You pick this ball up, you run every one of them. You're killing me, Petey. You're killing me.
Damn.
You're killing me, Dallas. You're killing me.
Damn, I would have used the clip from Holes. I'm tired of this, Grant. That's too damn bad.
Why are you fumbling my football?
You keep losing.
Fumbling at the goal line.
Oh.
But there you have it, guys. Another 7,200.
Hey, I got a bold prediction I'm making before we end it. I'm going to say that Detroit snapped their winning streak tonight at home versus the Brooklyn Nets.
Ooh.
They will not get to the 28 game winning streak. And I
You
know
wanted to sound like you're the coach.
hey, yeah, I'm going to, go ahead and say that they will snap their losing streak tonight.
Why are you fumbling? Damn it, Donte. It's your fault why this clip is on here. Why are you fumbling my football after the Chargers kept fumbling? But I gotta
Key, I'll give you the clip. I'll give you the that's too damn bad. He's like, this is Cowboy fans in a nutshell. I'm tired of this damn that's too damn bad. You keep losing.
Oh,
We got terrorists and now we got good Lord.
Hey, it's another side of me. There's another side of me that said I want them to keep losing because of Coach Steven Silas. I don't like Coach Silas.
Oh my God. Key, I apologize for invading your show. I just miss doing this with y'all. And plus, I'm about to be 30 next Monday, so
what up? I got one for y'all.
Enough with the trick plays, Bert. Run the dang ball. Run the dang ball. Run it.
run the dang ball. Run it.
But there you have it, guys. It's Dante's fault why we got the fumbling clip because of the Chargers. It's the Chargers' fault because they fumbled the ball. And
I miss Jake. We need Jake in here because he would be like, really?
another 72 is in the books. Ghoulie rated, and that's perfectly fine. I don't care. 77 episodes in. We almost had 100. Remember, 100th episode jersey giveaway. So again, make sure y'all look out for that, and we'll hit that sometime in the new year. Again, this is the last new year, the last show of 2023. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel as well. Sports Wave Network. Coach Donte, myself, Ghoulie's birthday is New Year's Day, but celebrate him on New Year's Eve. He will be having a birthday bash as always, and he will be entering the Dirty 30. So welcome to the Dirty 30. Next year, I'll be leaving the Dirty 30. So I'll be leaving the Dirty 30. But Ghoulie, welcome to the Dirty 30. But make sure y'all subscribe. Again, we are on the Spotify side as well, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, iHeart, and also Sixers fans. Hit the link for the merch. I got Nick Nurse Effect shirts. It's the Nurse Effect. So we got them as well. So signing off. Donte, anything you got to say before you run out?
Yeah, I'm going to say one more thing. Ghoulie, I'll get rid of that terrorist. You got a clip of this?
Where did the terrorist come from?
That's Donte. He'll just come out with anything.
Well, Coach Donte, I don't know. I think, Coach Donte older than me, he smarter than me. Because you know what? Then it makes. I'm gonna say it right now. Luke Getsley is a terrorist / cockface.
I got Ghoulie.
No, I want y'all to say Luke Getsley's a cockface. Just that would be my way of fame. I'm gonna make a T-shirt with Luke Getsley's face on a cock, not a dick cock. I'm talking about a chicken, because that's what he looked like. That long neck. How do you have a neck longer than Barbara Walters? Okay, let's go before Key comes.
I kill you.
Oh my God, y'all about to make I'm walking around and my lower back is trying to pop. Oh,
That was Ahmed. Silence.
silence. Kill you.
Let me get on out of here before we get banned from so.
Before we get demonetized, that's the one. Damn banned. We've already been banned. Let's just talk. We've been banned, fired, bamboozled, led astray, neutered, castrated. It don't matter.
Low in the chat, he said, oh, it's just that ghoulie, the nerve.
The noise. Hey, they not the noise no more, Mo. Gosh, Mo, they not the noise no more. They the Lions now. Now, can they do it back to back? That's the question.
Lord Jesus, again.
Getsley is the big
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get my boy from work. I told you he a working man now. So I gotta
yeah. Go get your son. Get your son. We're done. We're done. We're done. He's doing it like Bin Laden. Did Matt Eberflus his freaking Saddam Hussein? God.
You trapped in the closet. I got my Beretta.
I feel that my Beretta. Tap dance in the closet with each other.
Tap dance with R. Kelly. Okay,
hey, wait a minute. There's a man in the cabinet. Wait, the man is a midget.
I'm leaving. We going out.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta kick off, son.
You, Damien, Mo, Jury, everybody who stopped in. Tuning in every Tuesday. We'll be back next shenanigans. Appreciate y'all. Holla.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Don't forget.
Be safe. Please be safe. No drinking and driving. Stay home if you're going to drink. Please. I don't want to see nothing on the news, Twitter, that y'all got hit by a drunk driver and y'all not back here next week with us. So please drink safely.
Stay away from terrorists like Luke Getsley.
Yes. Bye. We out of here now.
We out of here. Y'all see y'all.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get